Yes, this is Mwihoko TV, and this is Simon Gishoe Show, and today we are delighted to have one of our own from Mwihoko, education officer. She is amazing, and she is very learned and intellectual. Natuambia majina na pia habari ya mwaka mpya.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year, Bwana Gisho.
Yes.
My name is Lucy Wambui Ngure, or Lucy Wambui Maina. Those are two of my names. And I'm glad to be here today with you.
Yes.
Nimefurahia sana.
Asante.
This is just the beginning of the year, January, and it is a privilege to come and be with you. It's an honor.
Yes.
And I'm based at Kidhunguri, sub-county, Kiambu County, Ngewa Zone. I'm what they call, in short, CSO, and it stands for Curriculum Support Officer. And we are under the TSC, and our main duty is to support basically the implementation of the curriculum. Tunasaidia wazazi kuelewa maneno ya masomo, tunasaidia walimu na kazi ile wanafanya, na pia tunasaidia wanafunzi pia kuelewa mambo ya the system na what is expected of them a lot. Tuna visit mashule mingi sana, tukiongea na wao. Pia we also get involved with the parents, whereby we call parental engagement and empowerment, whereby unataka kuelezea mzazi vipi anaweza ingilia mambo ya masomo in our country Kenya, because things are coming up, very new things. Lakini at the end of the day, wakati mtoto atamaliza shule, atarudi nyumbani kwa mzazi, atarudi kwa society. So there's a way the society come up, the administration, the leaders, and even the church. So it is a holistic approach to the education system that we are trying to get involved in. Ndio we come up with very good citizens ambao wanaelewa walipitia wapi, ndio wafike pahali watakuwa wamefika. Asante sana.
And that was a good introduction of yourself and who you are, what you do, and the plans that you have for 2026. Yes. Mimi ni millennial, kwa hivyo nimefanya KCPE. Na wakati nilimaliza primary school, I did my KCPE, nikamaliza nikaenda KCSE. But saizi tuko na ingine imetokea inaitwa CBC. So can you tell us what CBC is, and utuambie since ianze hadi saizi inaendeleaje? Are the parents coping with the CBC, or what are they saying?
Thank you very much. Ile swali ambayo umeuliza ni muhimu sana. What is exactly happening today in terms of our education system? Let me say I'm very glad, because currently I stay in Mwihoko, and I'm in Mwihoko ward, and I'm able to be speaking to my own people, and I'm glad to be part of the whole change. One, we have some very key terms in our education system today, and one is CBC.
Yes.
It starts with a C, ends with a C. The first C stands for competency, and then the B is based, and then the C is curriculum. So CBC means competency based curriculum.
Competency
now
based
competency ni nini?
Hapo tuanzia.
Competency is what one is able to do, the abilities that a person has, depending on the knowledge ambayo wako nayo and the skills ambazo amepata. Ni nini anaweza fanya akiwa very comfortable and itokeleze ikiwa something very smart. For example, we have different professionals or different people who are gifted in different areas, but they have to be polished so they come out very clean. Number one, we have artists, for example, those who dance, and those who compose songs, and those who write poems. They have the idea of what poetry entails. They have an idea of what music entails. But are they capable of producing a good song? Are they capable of writing a good poem? So through the CBC, or the competency-based curriculum, the government wants to tap those abilities that people have and the different interests and the ideas they have, so that as a child, as a learner goes through the whole system, at the end of it all, especially when grade 12, they are able to write a very nice poem following the rules expected, bringing out the message correctly. If they are going to be in music, can they work on some musical instruments and do it very well? So in our previous system, the 844, the issue was knowledge-based. It was knowledge-based. But now with the CBC, it is tapping the competency, the potentials that are there in different areas for all these different learners. So for you as a parent, you might have done, or you did, the KCSE, that is the 844, but now you could be having children who are undergoing the CBC. So what are we advocating for? If you find your child has an interest in maybe stima kwa nyumba, kuunda the bulbs, it could be a girl or a boy, radio ikiharibika, anataka find out shida iko wapi, kushikanisha hizo mawaya. Take your time and be patient with that child. Let the child understand that that's a very important area. Why? Even today when you look at life, Bwana Gishu, when someone comes to your house na anakuundia stima hapo, you do not have the amount of money ambao utamlipa. Akona power ya kukuambia this is what it's going to cost me. Hapa ndipo pameharibika. Unlike the white collar jobs whereby the government basically, if someone is employed, they decide on the amount of money they are going to pay you. So you want these people to come up now with those kind of skills and abilities and develop their interest, because we need a balance in our education system.
Oh, this is nice. This is nice. So we have, we have CBC, CBE, and CBA. So kindly, can you explain a bit about CBE and CBA?
Thank you very much. That's a very good question, Bwana Gishu. Now, CBE now stands for competency-based education. Competency-based education. The first one was competency-based curriculum. So we have the KICD, Kenya Institute of Curriculum Design. They design a curriculum that actually is based on the competencies. But now we have the CBE. We have the education system now, the overhaul, whereby the teachers who are going to be on the ground are equipped enough to implement an education system that develops the competencies. The CBC, or the curriculum designs, have a lot of information that should be implemented. But then we have the competency-based education, whereby teachers really come in a lot together with the parental engagement and try now to bring out what is in the books to make it practical on the ground. The education system, which is starting from very lower levels all the way now up to our grade 12. So third, we have what we call the CBA. CBA again is competency-based assessment. Competency is repeated in all the three areas: competency-based curriculum, competency-based education. Now we have competency-based assessment. Assessment is what the 844 basically has been giving, and what they have been calling exams. They are exams in the 844. But now in our CBC, we are having what we are calling competency-based assessment. And these assessments are continuous from when a child gets to school all the way up to the different levels that we have in our education system. So you find that where a child starts, the play group, the PP1, the PP2, grade 1 or up to grade 3 is assessed nationally and in the formative stages where a child is learning to pick up what is involved in the learning. So from the beginning, the learners must get very serious with what is being given to them as far as the education system is concerned. So that when it comes to the assessment at the different levels, which we are going to discuss briefly later, it is key. It is not just whereby, like the 844, we had the KCPE, whereby we had the standard 8 exam, and then KCSE, the form 4 exam, whereby everyone was now waiting. What the child going to achieve in standard 8 and in form 4. But this time, the assessment is quite continuous, all the way from the levels that we have in our education system. So parents are supposed to be involved depending on the advice they are getting from the teachers, and you actually take up. And even the learners, they're supposed to be ready that anytime we have assessments, they'll be in class, they'll be in the schools, and then there also be the national ones, which are starting at lower levels, apart from what was happening in the 844. We were waiting for standard 8 and form 4. So we shall discuss the assessment.
We shall discuss there.
But I can mention it here.
So before we go there,
yes.
How many levels do you have in CBE?
Okay.
The levels.
Thank you very much. That's a very good question. We have the lower primary levels, which are beginning from starting from our playgroup, then PP1 and PP2. Then the children get to grade 1, grade 2 and grade 3. That is our key level, the grade 3.
So
and in grade 3
we have the
first assessment, yes, the grade 3. And basically this child learns a lot, explores a lot, adventures a lot. Yes. There's a lot of play work. They're supposed to just understand the basics in terms of the new system. But when they get to grade 3, they are sitting for a national assessment, not exam. It's a national assessment given by the Kenya National Examination Council in grade 3, and they are calling it KEYR. Okay. KEYR. That means Kenya Early Years Assessment.
Kenya Early
Years Assessment. KEYR.
Is it new?
It's new in the CBC system. It was not there. There was no a national assessment in grade 3 or in standard 3 in the previous system, the 844 system.
So you've spoken about the CBE assessment.
Yes.
Right? And also the grade 3 assessment here in
KEYR. It's called KEYR. Kenya Early Years Assessment.
Yes. Do you have other assessments? Ukombele?
Yes, we have other assessments.
Yes.
And they are very much related. So once the learners do the Kenya Early Years Assessment in grade 3, now they go to grade 4, where they start the primary. It's a primary level now. That is the level 1 ends at grade 3. Then the second level now starts from grade 4, grade 5 and grade 6. When they come to grade 6, they sit for another national assessment. That's what parents, you hear them talking about KJSEA. No, KEPSEA, the P, the KEPSEA. That is Kenya Primary School Education Assessment. That is KEPSEA.
Kenya Primary School Education.
The P stands for primary level, which ends in grade 6.
Okay.
Because previously it was junior secondary school, but now it is called junior school. It starts from grade 7, 8 and 9. When they come to grade 9, they are now sitting for a national assessment known as KJSEA, Kenya Junior School Education Assessment. In grade 6 they did Kenya Primary School Education Assessment, P for primary, and then KEYR, Kenya Early Years Assessment. Now we have a group that has done the KJSEA or the grade 9 assessment, that is the KJSEA. When they get to grade 7 and grade 8, having come from grade 6, those assessments are very much key. They are very important. Why? In grade 6, out of the questions they will get from the Kenya National Examination Council, 20% will be carried forward. In grade 7, 10% will be picked from what we are calling SBA or the school-based assessment. So grade 6 we have 20 marks, grade 7 we have 10, and grade 8 we have 10. Bwana Gishu, how many marks are those?
And those are 40.
Very good. So when they get to grade 9, when they be sitting for the KJSEA, how many marks shall we be expecting so they can score 100%? It is 100 minus 40. So how many marks?
We are remaining with 60 marks.
Thank you very much. Yes. That's what the parents should understand. And anyone who is in CBC, that whatever they did in grade 6 is very, very important. This is from the National Examination Council. Again, they do school-based assessments in grade 7 and in grade 8, which also count for another percentage. And these ones are national. They are done the same in all our national school, in all the schools in Kenya. It's a national assessment in grade 7 and in grade 8. So by the time they come for the grade 9 assessment, the KJSEA, they are only looking for 60%. So now what they got in grade 6, 7 and 8 will be added to what they'll get in grade 9 to give the 100%. Before I move on to grade 10, we have been having the awarding of points and marks. How is it being done? All these assessments are very important.
Yes.
So the highest mark is very important. What are we calling the highest marks? The simple question is, how many subjects are handled in grade 9? As they sit for the grade 9 assessment.
Give us the subject.
There are 9.
There are 9 subjects.
And each subject, the highest score in terms of points is 8. My simple question to you, Bwana Simon.
Yes.
9 times 8, how many points are those?
9
times 8.
72.
Very good. Where are we getting this 8? It is the highest score. You have listened to parents talking about EE, AE, ME and BE. It is very simple. If a child scores the highest mark in mathematics,
yes,
that child gets exceeding expectation 1, which is 8 points. Are you together?
We are together.
In English, akipata another very good mark,
yes,
exceeding expectation 1, another 8 marks. So from the 9 subjects, that's why I was telling you 9 times 8 gives you 72 points.
Yes.
That is 900 marks out of 900. The points are 72 out of 72. Now, from our awarding, EE1 is the highest, that is exceeding expectation 1.
Wow.
There is 2.
Okay.
2 is 7. So, EE1 is 8.
8.
EE2 is 7. From EE, exceeding expectation, we have what we call meeting expectation 1. So from 7, we go down to how many points? 6. Meeting expectation 1.
So we have meeting expectation 2.
Very good. Which gives us how many marks?
5.
5. Very good. So far we have handled 4.
Yes.
EE1, EE2, ME1, ME2. After meeting expectation, we have what we call AE, approaching expectation. An approach. Haja meet. So ako below 5. We have 1, AE1 and AE2. So from 5 we go to 4 and we go to 3. After the AE now we have BE, that is below expectation. 1 and 2. That's where BE1 scores 2 marks and BE2, the lowest, scores 1 mark. So a child who scores 1 BE2 in all the 9 subjects will only get 9 points. You only get 9 points. So now you understand that learners, you're hearing parents saying that kuna wale wamepata 43, 45, 60, 69, 71, because from the 9 areas that were tested, they never scored EE1 in all the subjects. In some, maybe creative arts or integrated or pre-tech, they scored a 3. They scored an ME or a AE or a BE. They never scored the EE1. That is why points are there now in our results, and we have marks. So what am I saying? At the beginning, some people and some parents also never imagined that the marks and the points were key.
Okay.
But the simple question was supposed to be, who will go to the national schools, the C1? Who will go to the sub-county schools? Who will go to the Kenya High? Who
Ask
will go
yourself, who will go to Kenya High?
Yes.
Who will go to the national school?
Yes.
To the provincial school?
Yes.
And so on and so forth.
Yes.
This is Simon Gishoe Show, and we shall be right back after the moment. This is Simon Gishoe Show, and we are on Mwihoko TV. So our guest, Madam Lucy.
Yes.
So let me ask, is there assessment in the senior school?
Yes, of course. Let me begin by saying that in the junior school,
yes,
where we had grade 6 and grade 9, learners are only going to get result slips, not certificates. When they go to grade 10, grade 11 and grade 12, the 3 years in the senior school, they are going to have continuous assessment. And this is what we are calling school-based assessment, SBA. And we shall have very thorough one and very serious one coming from the Kenya National Examination Council in grade 10, which will take 15 marks. We shall have another one, project work also, in grade 11, which will take 15 marks. So far, Simon.
Yes.
15 plus 15, how many marks are those?
30.
30. From 100%, how many marks are remaining?
From 100%
minus 30.
It's 70.
Very good. So in grade 12, they'll be expecting the 70%.
Okay.
And in grade 12, that's the only level. They'll now get the marks added up from grade 10, 15%, grade 11, 15%, 30, and then 70 from grade 12. That will give us an exam that we shall call KCBE.
KCBE.
That stands for Kenya Certificate of Basic Education. That's where they'll get a certificate. The only level that we are going to have a certificate in our education system, the basic. Remember in grade 9, we never had a certificate, grade 6 no certificate, but there were national assessments being done.
Yeah.
But in grade 12, we shall have a certificate. I want to mention something very key that everyone should understand, that in our education system now, in the senior school, we have what we were calling pathways and tracks. And everyone, almost everybody, is aware of what we are calling the STEM as a pathway.
Yes.
We have 3 key pathways.
So we have 3 pathways.
3 pathways.
Yes.
One is the STEM, the engineering
which
point.
Stands for
the science, technology, you know, and engineering and all that. It is the issue of those sciences, the STEM.
Okay.
We have a second pathway known as social sciences.
Social sciences.
And then we have the last one, arts and sports science. Those are 3 pathways. But under each category, each pathway, we have tracks.
Okay.
When you go to a senior school and you're doing STEM, you'll have 3 areas to choose from. That's what we are calling the tracks. Track 1 is a pure science.
Yes.
Track 2 is applied science. Track 3 is technical science. All those 3 are tracks under the STEM. STEM being the main, divided into 3 tracks.
Okay.
Where we have the social sciences. You choose
from the 3.
Yeah, you can choose from the 3 which track you want to follow. But you can also have a mixture of the tracks in other pathways. There's something I want to mention about the technical sciences in our as a track in our STEM. Why do I want to mention the technical science? I have said there are 3 tracks.
Yes.
One is the pure science. This one is the applied science. We have technical science. What are we having in technical science? Because that is what is a bit new in most institutions. One, media technology, like what we are handling right now, the journalisms.
Yes.
Media technology. We also have building and construction. We have power technology. The beauty of the technical sciences as a track in our STEM pathway, there's learners who will take that track of technical sciences. They choose to do media technology, for example, or aviation, or marine and fisheries. They will get 2 certificates in grade 12, whatever we are calling dual certification. Anatoka na certificate ngapi? Mbili. Ya technical area, if it is ya media or building or power, alafu apate ile ingine ya KCBE. But those will not go the technical way. We'll just get 1 certificate in grade 12.
Okay.
So in case we have parents who are wondering why my child wants to do media or wants to do building and construction and the power technology and marine and fisheries, let the child be. Let them have it, because at the end of the system, let parents, not learners, to force their children to go and do pure science or applied science. No. If a child wants to do the technical sciences under STEM, and work on marine and fisheries and aviation and media technology and power, support them.
I get.
They'll come out with 2 certificates, and maybe that's where their abilities are, their skills are, their potential is. Let them be. So we have the other 2 pathways.
Yes.
Social sciences and then arts and sports. I want to mention something that everyone needs to understand and support us. Why? We have all the schools in Kenya having STEM as a pathway. Hakuna shule aina.
Yeah.
Most schools have social sciences, the CRE, the histories. But very few schools are offering the arts and sports science. In terms of percentage, in our country, Kenya, we have 60% of learners moving to senior school going to take STEM. We have 25% going to take social sciences. The only percentage going to do arts and sports is 15%.
So the percentage for
yet most parents were feeling
is low.
It's low. They were feeling watoto wao wengi sana ni wa football, ni wa netball, ni wa volleyball, ni wa music, they can dance very well. One challenge we are having, and a very common one, everyone knows, this one has not, we don't have very many teachers on the ground who have the skill in those areas. But the government is doing a lot to ensure that they're encouraging those at the universities, going to the diploma colleges, the TVETs, to have the skills. So that now the interest of the learners can be looked into. Every time you are having a new system, people need to understand it's not very, very easy to do the implementation.